Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Wednesday, March 23rd, 2016. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Now for the news in detail. The Ministry of Health launched a health promotion and prevention campaign for Zika virus and mosquito prevention control at the Disaster Management Department's Emergency Operating Center at Long Point earlier today. Here is more in this report.
The administrators of the health services on Nevis today, Wednesday, assembled at the Nevis Disaster Management Department to launch a prevention campaign against Zika virus. Zika, which has been linked to two major neurological disorders, began in South America and now has pockets across Central and North America and in the Caribbean. Minister, the Honorable Mark Brantley, and other officials on Nevis deemed this condition spread by the Aedes mosquito as very serious and is in full support of the efforts to prevent its emergence on Nevis.
We need to have ongoing efforts in relation to mosquitoes. And so we need not wait until the world tells us that there's a problem with some new strain or new virus. We need to just be vigilant as a community and as a country and continue to do our very best to eliminate mosquitoes. And all of us, it is something that the children can get involved in. Encourage them, primary school age, listen, let us eliminate mosquitoes. Let us do all that we need to do in order to ensure that we don't have this outbreak of Zika here.
The minister was supported by Permanent Secretary of Health, Mrs. Nicole Slack-Librard, and Medical Officer of Health on Nevis, Dr. Judy Nisbet. Chief Medical Officer for St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Patrick Martin, in his presentation, looked at the epidemiology and clinical aspects of the disease.
You should take all necessary measures to avoid being bitten by the Aedes mosquito, which is active during the daytime hours from dawn to dusk. Those measures include using mosquito nets, inserting screens in windows and doors, wearing clothing that cover as much of the body as possible, and using approved repellents. Those are repellents that have peat, P-E-E-T, and picardin, P-I-C-A-R-D-I-N. P-E-E-T, peat, and picardin, P-I-C-A-R-D-I-N. Those ingredients have been deemed to be safe by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency.
General Manager of the Nevis Solid Waste Management Authority, Mr. Andrew Hendrickson, noted that solid waste management is a very important aspect of this push by the ministry and called on householders to begin the process correctly by keeping their immediate environment clean.
At the Nevis Solid Waste Management Authority, I am happy to say that we have been providing a wonderful supportive role to the health department and all the health initiatives that would help to eliminate these diseases that are borne by mosquitoes.
Nadine Carty-Keynes is the head of the agency responsible for health education and public awareness, and she urged members of the community to participate in this effort.
It is not just the Ministry of Health task. We are here as persons to guide the process, but we need the commitment and the responsibility of each and every one of our citizens to do their part in protecting themselves, their family, and their community by eliminating mosquito breeding today so we can keep the mosquitoes away.
Prior to the questions from members of the media, two presentations were done by Anthony Webb, the Port Health Officer, and myself to demonstrate some of the necessary issues that should be considered. I am health correspondent Chevene Nisbet reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Earlier today, Wednesday, March 23, 2016, the Ministry of Education held a consultation on strategies for the education sector plan at the Red Cross Conference Room. Permanent Secretary in the Premier's Ministry, Wakely Daniel, stated that there are teams of education officials from both St. Kitts and Nevis who have been working together for over a month and have been tasked with relevant strategies to be pursued over the next 5 years in working towards achieving the 3 policy goals identified by the Ministry of Education.
These goals are: 1. Improving the equitable access to and participation in education at all levels. 2. To strengthen the quality and relevance of education at all levels to improve learning outcomes. And 3. Improve governance, planning and management to enhance efficiency and effectiveness through the education sector. It has truly been a collaborative effort on the part of our St. Kitts and the Nevis officials in ensuring that these strategies have come to fruition and they are quite relevant and applicable to both islands in the Federation.
Daniel then outlined the topics covered in the plan.
Today, we will hear presentations from each of the 7 groups, and we will discuss the strategies put forth to improve 1. Access and participation, 2. Curriculum and assessment, 3. Professionalism of the teaching force, 4. The quality of teaching and learning, 5. Knowledge management for decision making, 6. Leadership and accountability, and of course 7. Policy development, coordination and implementation. These discussions this morning will help to refine the set of strategies that will ultimately be agreed upon by the ministry and by the ministry leadership and other stakeholders inside and outside of the education sector. Let me at this juncture register the commitment of the Nevis Island administration to this process and to this project. Let me once again indicate the unwavering, unvarnished support of the Nevis Island administration for the implementation of this education sector plan.
Also present at the ceremony was Principal Education Officer Palsy Wilkin, Education Planner for St. Kitts and Nevis Quinton Morton, and Education Officer Cynthia Grenion. The Nevis Geothermal Project, being developed by Nevis Renewable Energy International, NREI, which is an affiliate of Texas-based Thermal Energy Partners, LLC, TEP, in a release this week reports that Turboden has been selected through a competitive bid process to provide high-efficiency ORC turbines and to serve as the engineering, procurement and construction EPC contractor for its 9-megawatt geothermal project in Nevis. TEP's selection of Turboden provides a geothermal generator solution that is based on a single axial multi-stage ORC turbine designed by Turboden. Turboden is a group company of Mitsubishi Heavy Industries MHI. As the equipment provider and the lead company providing EPC services, Turboden will provide high-efficiency binary cycle generation equipment that maximizes the available energy from the Nevis geothermal reservoir. Bruce Cutright, CEO of Thermal Energy Partners, said they are thrilled to be working with Turboden on this most important and transformative project for Nevis. Turboden will also be responsible for the engineering, procurement and construction management for the power plant and will provide all generating equipment. Upon completion of the geothermal plant, 100% of Nevis's electricity will come from renewable sources. According to Cutright, the plant will be completed and fully functional by the end of 2017, generating electric power from a high-enthalpy geothermal resource. Still to come, Ministry of Tourism launches celebration of Nevis tourism. The details after this break.
Hello everyone, I am Ivania Thibault, the reigning Miss Culture Queen.
And I am King Astro, the reigning Culturama Calypso Monarch.
And we are sending an invitation to everyone to come on out to the Flamboyant Home
on Saturday, March 26th, to witness
the Just Because We Care concert. There would be many performances from different C41 winners and also other local artists.
So see you there.
See you there. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Tourism will in April launch a 6-week-long celebration of the Nevis's tourism. The series of activities is being called Exposition Nevis and is being themed All Things Tourism, Savor the Flavor. Earlier today, Wednesday, a press conference was hosted to expand on the activities which will begin on April 13th, 2016. The month-long celebrations which run from April 13th through to May 28th. According to to Permanent Secretary, this was the first time a month of activities is being undertaken.
Previously, 1 week each year was selected by the Ministry of Tourism to celebrate and showcase the quality and vibrancy of the tourism industry in Nevis. It also provided an opportunity for those persons within the industry who would have gone above and beyond their job to be rewarded for making experiences special. It was, however, felt that 1 week did not give enough time for the ministry and its stakeholders to provide a true reflection of the industry to the public. Hence, a month was suggested, at least on a trial basis.
Tamika Lawrence, chair of Exposition Nevis, explained some of what the event is slated to achieve.
Exposition Nevis is the brainchild of the Ministry of Tourism staff. The idea was a collaborative effort that was strategically developed to show support to the various local festivals that are held during our tourism month. With the local festivals and with our month of activities, Exposition, as the name implies, will be a large public exhibition of arts, craft, recognition of our stakeholders, cuisines, sports, and basically our way of life. We at the Ministry of Tourism have put together a calendar of activities slated from April 13th to May 28th that we believe will add some recognition and some form of awareness to our tourism product.
The activities for the festival range from music and cultural events to culinary activities, inclusive of education and adventure aspects, and wraps up with a gala. Partners at the press conference head table were Shari Greaves of the Nevis Blues Festival, James Weeks of Nevis Round the Island Road Relay, Stephen Moore of the Hannes Road Fisher Folk Association, and John Hanley, Assistant Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism. Following the presentations, there was a short question and answer session. Attending the press conference were numerous stakeholders who have confirmed their participation and support for Exposition Nevis. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Timothy Harris, made the recently improved Citizenship by Investment Unit, CIU, a focus of his press conference last Tuesday, March 15, 2016. Harris affirmed that the CIU is now open for legitimate business and said it is now administratively and legally stronger and better. The Prime Minister said the reasons behind the amelioration of the CIU were the deliberate and necessary steps his team Unity administration took to reform, restructure, and reposition the citizenship program, including the implementation of 20 recommendations by IPSA International, a regulatory risk mitigation company. Harris stated that the CIU offers a 24/7 case management system. This is the only one of its kind. The system can be accessed by service providers who can track online the status of the applications submitted by them any hour of the day and any day of the week, adding that efficiencies are being realized, and once the due diligence report is clean, they can deliver results on applications between 45 and 75 days. The Prime Minister's March 15th press statement on the sweeping reforms to the country's Citizenship by Investment Unit came 9 months after his address at the IPSA International Conference on Monday, June 15th, 2015 in Bastille. At that time, the Prime Minister reiterated to the CBI stakeholders his government's commitment to rejuvenating the Citizenship by Investment program. This is a notice from the Customs Department. The Courier Division of the Nevis Customs Department wishes to inform the public that effective Saturday, 26 March 2016, the Courier Office, located on the corner of Lower Government Road and Main Street, Charlestown, would be open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. They would also like to remind the public that the office is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays. The management and staff are pleased to facilitate the general public at our Courier office on Saturdays. The Deputy Governor General, His Honor Mr. Eustace John, CMG, acting on the advice of the Cabinet of the Nevis Island Administration, has declared Wednesday, March 30th, 2016, to be a public half-holiday on the island of Nevis from 12 p.m. This is on the occasion of the 2016 Gulf Insurance Interprimary Schools Championship. That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. I'm Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.